What's going on, guys? Sam and Bobby here. We are still in Rabat, Morocco for the Africa World Cup qualifiers, and still, I think about 12 hours removed from the game yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Legit, it's still very fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
Still recovering from the madness that happened yesterday. But obviously, Nigeria 4, Gabon 1 after extra time.
Yeah.
It was a mad game. I think, first of all, my thoughts are Nigeria dominated the first half. Pretty much had all the chances in the world to finish off the game, in my opinion, but just didn't take their chances. There was a lot of misplaced passes. You could still see them trying to find their feet, but if I'm being honest, Gabon were no match for them in the first half. Going to halftime 0-0, second half happens now, and Gabon come out a completely different team, bro.
Yeah.
They are all over them. They are challenging them. They're really going for it. And then Nigeria go 1-0 up. And you're thinking, okay.
Against the run of play, I'd say.
Against the run of play. Yeah, obviously, goalkeeper mistake.
Yeah.
So, Nigeria go 1-0 up. And you think, Nigeria are going to go and dominate the game from then on. But then another mistake at the back. Right side of, Nigeria's defense was completely open and Gabon get the equalizer. And from then, bro, Gabon were all over Nigeria again.
Yeah.
It was mad. But we have to talk about Victor Osimhen, because I feel like Victor Osimhen was a real stand-up player for that game. Not only for the 2 goals that he scored later on to eventually help Nigeria get the win, but he had 2 major misses before then.
Yeah, he did, man.
And you were
He
thinking,
did, yeah.
I think the major one came at the last minute of the second half. There was 12
That was the
minutes
last kick of the
time.
game, bro.
Yeah, that was the last kick of the
last
game.
kick of the game.
He
Think of
was
that
through
story.
on
If he would have
goal.
scored last kick of the game, the celebrations would have been wild, bro.
Yeah, crazy. Threw on goal and completely missed it, bro. I watched the video last night on my phone. I pretty much dropped to the floor, bro.
That reaction was funny still.
But I've spoken a lot. Let me know your thoughts, man.
No, bro, I kind of shared the same kind of assessment of the game, to be honest, bro. I think, up until probably, which was, I think was a really interesting turning point. We were watching the game and the stadium was kind of semi-empty. And then, obviously, there were still fans there. But around the 30-minute mark, of Nigeria were dominating the game. Like you said, we had multiple chances to score. Osimhen missed a good chance. He had a great header, which was a great save by the Gabon goalkeeper. But around the 35th minute, the momentum changed. All of a sudden, we're looking at the game on the left. We look to our right and all we hear is, oh!
Where the heck did all those Gabonese fans come from?
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. We looked to our right and then all the Gabon fans just pour into the stadium and then they just build the atmosphere so much. And I feel like the Gabon players, they really reacted to that, man. And then from that moment, the momentum of the game kind of switched a little bit before halftime, but we got into halftime and I think in the second half, Gabon came out strong, man. I feel like they were pressing really, really well.
Bro, what's crazy about the fans is that we saw them on the right-hand side of the pitch first half.
Yeah,
and in the second half, they all walked round. And it feels like they brought another 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it was crazy.
It was absolutely crazy,
that
bro.
side of the stadium was jumping. They were going nuts. The chants, the drums, everything.
Yeah, it was
And I
sick.
just thought, oh my gosh, where are the Nigeria fans? To be fair, before the game, I did bump into quite a few Nigeria fans saying they were struggling to get into the stadium. They couldn't get any tickets. There was nowhere to purchase tickets. Even a family, flew over from the UK. They weren't able to buy any tickets online because there just wasn't any websites available to purchase it on. So they hoped that they would be able to buy them at, the ticket office at the stadium, but nothing. I don't even know if they ended up getting in.
Bro, well, it's a really interesting point, really, isn't it? Because if they came into the ground in like the 30th minute, maybe a bunch of fans were trying to get tickets. Maybe there was issues getting into the stadium. But it was, and then obviously in the second half, a bunch of Nigeria fans.
So all these that struggled to get in might have eventually got in.
Exactly.
There was definitely some issues happening outside. The fact that many fans weren't able to be in from the start of the game. I'm not sure what happened there, but if we have any more info, we'll let you guys know.
For sure. Well, we spoke to, when we were, we came in from trying to interview fans outside. Obviously, someone from CAF did say it was like a test stadium, innit? So it's like a very new stadium. I think one guy in the bar downstairs said it was the first game at that stadium last night. Yeah, so
it looked very new to
me. Yeah, it was very new. It was very impressive stadium.
Very fresh stadium.
It was really nice. But I think it might have been the first ever game at that stadium. So maybe that had something to do with some of the issues.
Probably did, yeah. Probably did.
But yeah, man, I think going into the second half of the game, I think it was interesting. I think tactically, I think Nigeria needed to make a few tweaks, and I think Gabon really played on that. I feel like it looked like in the first half we were playing Lookman and Chukwueze almost in like a diamond formation.
I was so confused.
Yeah. It's like I kind of understood maybe what he was trying to do. Maybe he was trying to get like those technical players, good dribblers, in the middle of the park to kind of open up space. And Iwobi was playing some great passes, breaking lines,
yeah.
and I thought Ndidi played well as well. But it just, after the kind of Gabon fan switch momentum, and Gabon started to press, it wasn't working. Those passes.
I was a bit
working.
conflicted with that from the manager in the first half because, like I was saying before, Nigeria had most of the chances, so it almost seemed like it was working. But then at the same time, I was like, why is Lookman always like coming into the middle?
Yeah,
and you also feel like, were they playing two strikers up top because you had Adams and then you had Osimhen?
Yeah.
But then Adams kept creeping onto the left wing, and I'm thinking, he's running on the left side of the pitch, but he's not a winger.
Yeah.
I don't know why he keeps creeping into that side of the pitch.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, you have Lookman in the middle. You should be playing him on the left. I feel like
and Chukwueze as well.
And
Chukwueze. Yeah. Both rapid.
Both rapid players.
Yeah.
And then second half, he takes them both off.
Yeah, well, I think that was the tactical change, wasn't it, man?
That was the tactical change. I mean, it changed the game. But
It
then
did.
I think at the time of the substitution, I was just like, you've not played them in the right position.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
You've
why
done
are
them
you
a
taking them
disservice
off?
a little bit. Yeah.
But then, look, they've got the win in the end, so what can we say? That we're not football managers, bro. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I think what was interesting was, in the second half then, like we'd gone from the diamond, it looked like we'd just gone to like a 4-4-2. And I think that's where Gabon were having so much joy, because they were just pressing us. And every time Ndidi or Iwobi got the ball, there was never another option for them to progress it up. So it was, I think Gabon really pressed us well. And I think that's why the goal that we got, it was a stroke of luck, wasn't it? Yeah. But to be fair to Gabon, they got back in the game with a good goal from Lamino. But we're talking about the subs. Juku came on. I thought he brought great energy to the team.
Yeah, he did.
And he really did. I think he had a great performance in that sense. But obviously he was at fault for the goal.
Yeah, he was.
Lamine had acres of space. He could have had a cup of tea, fam. He could have sat down, got back up, and then took the shot. That's how much time he had.
That's the first time I've watched the UK live, and he's a very interesting player. I think, he's almost a bit all over the place at the time.
He had that starter step he was doing. He almost fell over one time. He was doing the starter step.
And he loves using his bum to defend the ball as well. I know it's like, he knows how to win a foul.
He knows how to use his body for sure, bro. Yeah. But I really thought he brought great energy to that team. And I think he was impressive in that sense. And another player I was really impressed with, before we get onto the Osimhen miss, was the defender Frederick. Incredible. Good player, bro. Yeah.
I think for one of the goals, he ran from the defense
first and
all the way
foremost,
to the front,
and he nicked the ball as well. He jumped, stole the ball, and then went on a crazy run.
Dropped the assist for Osimhen and he finished it off. Yeah, that was beautiful,
I was really impressed with him. I thought Batty played well as well.
It's crazy because he's currently on loan. Sorry, let me double check that.
He's on loan in Belgium.
It's Belgium, yeah. He's currently on loan at a Belgium club, but from Brentford. He hasn't actually played a Premier League game for Brentford yet.
Well,
he's
good,
already
bro.
in a national team, bro.
He's good, bro.
It shows that he's got quality. It shows that
he looks so calm. And there was one time where I think it was in either the first half or the second half, where he went to clear it and he chopped the guy. Sat the guy down. The whole crowd went, oh, yeah. He's a good player, bro.
Baller,
yeah, he's a really good player.
Do you know what? One thing that I was going to say, though, overall, I think 4-1 was so harsh on Gabon, man.
Oh, it was, man. Like, it was. They played really well.
They
that second
played
half,
so good, bro. Like, they played so good. I think 4-1 was harsh. Like, even coming towards the end of the game, I saw, Aubameyang just walk straight off the pitch. He's gutted, Obviously, he's an Asian player. Next World Cup after this will be 2030.
Yes.
So the likeliness of him being there or even playing for the national team again after this game is very, very slim.
Obama who?
Obama what? I'm not actually sure if Gabon have qualified for the AFCON, but if they haven't, I think that might be Aubameyang's last game. I'm pretty sure they're going to be there at the AFCON this year. I think that probably be his last spell for Gabon, I reckon. I don't think there's much to do after that.
Yeah. Even when he was leaving the mix zone, he just wanted to go home.
Didn't really answer many questions. I think he said hi to a couple of people he knew, but then he didn't want to answer any questions. But I don't blame him, man. It's heartbreaking. Yeah. It's heartbreaking.
Credit to Gabon, though, man. I thought that they played really well. I thought Lamina was good the whole game. I think, especially in that second half, his quality really stepped up, and I think Bouanga as well was good as well.
Bouanga, yeah,
in the first 10-15, he was a real threat. Like he was the outball every single time.
Bro, the passion that these lot had, like I know you spoke about Lamina, like the passion he had when he scored that goal.
Yeah,
He was like, I was like, oh, we got to fear these lot. The
sick,
crowd is roaring. And
it was
like,
sick, bro. Yeah, it
bro.
was cool. I know it's obviously it's pain with football, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And there was one instance as well, bro, in the first half. Oh no, the second half, I think, where Gabon won a penalty. No, won a penalty. Sorry, won a corner. And Oba went to the fans. He went like this, and they just went crazy. And I was just like, yes, like this is what international football's about, man.
It's going to be interesting to see where they're going to be at when he retires. He's been someone that's been a main man for them for like over a decade.
Yeah, for real.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how Gabon will. Obviously, more leaders will arise and more star players will arise, but there's not been a player like Aubameyang for Gabon in how long?
Yeah,
like as far as I can remember, anyways. But
real superstar of that team, man.
But bro, we've got to talk about Osimhen and that miss. Obviously, he got the brace, the 2 goals, and we're thankful for that. But the miss before that, it seemed like it was all over for Nigeria, bro. Like it seemed like where were we gonna get this goal from?
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was just not gonna happen. But obviously, it just shows his mentality. You know, you're missing a big chance like that. You missed a chance before that as well. Missing 2 big chances, 2 opportunities, and then going on to score 2 goals.
Yeah. Both, ironically, really good finishes and difficult finishes, and the easy chance he put wide, which is irony in itself.
To be fair, like in the interview,
Yeah.
he spoke about, you know, like they expect you to score the ones that you miss. And then you miss the ones you're expected to score. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, proper crazy scenario for him. But obviously, we spoke to him and got some lines and got his take on the goals, and as well as some other Super Eagles players as well. So here it is.
I mean, I was gutted, you know, but as a person and as a striker, I had to keep it moving. You understand? But it was bad, and then I apologized immediately to my teammate because I saw that immediately I missed the opportunity. I saw that the referee said we go into extra time. We go into extra time, and then I told my teammate, I'm sorry guys, I will correct it in the extra time. So I think for me, if I let it get into my head, I don't think I'll be able to grab those two goals also. And I think for me, it's important because sometimes a striker, you score the one people believe that you cannot score, and then you miss the one that people say you can score. So, which is normal, but I'm human, so I make mistakes, and which is normal. So for me, I had to just keep it moving. And congratulations also to the team for this performance.
Be honest, where was your head at when he had that miss at the end of the second half?
I was running with him when he was with the ball. I was running. I even run past the pitch. But it's football. Sometimes it happens. Everybody knows he can score that kind of goal, but it happens. So now he gave us 2, so it's fantastic. So everything is fast.
Yeah, you know, when I saw him running at the goalkeeper, I was sure that he was going to score. But yeah, and you know, after that, we trying to encourage him, and we want to make sure that he wasn't disheartened. And he stole the show again, and I think that's the kind of player that he is. You know, he has so much resilience. That's how he plays. He keeps fighting. And I'm very happy that he crowned his efforts, but for the whole team, because I think today was a unifying performance for what's been a difficult couple of days, and I think it puts us in good stead for what's to come on Sunday.
There was a couple other incidents I guess we have to discuss within the game. The penalty, which took about 24 hours to decide if it was a penalty.
That was the longest VAR check I've ever seen, bro. And watching it live in the stadium, you're thinking,
what's he doing, bro?
What's he doing? I was nervous, obviously. I didn't want Gabon to get a penalty. I'm going to be Nigerians. I'm going to be biased there. But I think the longer it went on, the VAR check, the more I thought, okay, this is probably going to get ruled out. Because they're undecided on it. Usually, it's 2 checks. That's a pen. I know that's a pen. If you're undecided, you've got to rule it out.
Yeah, it's
in
true.
my opinion.
Yeah,
so
clear and obvious, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the replay of it. I don't actually know.
I saw the
whether it was a
replay.
pen, but
I think if it would have been given, I think it would have been a bit soft. I think. Yeah, it would definitely like some to and fro. But so.
I would have loved to see it though, because at the same time, I know that Aubameyang's good at penalties, but then Stanley Wabali has a good history of saving penalties. Like the last AFCON against South Africa, he saved quite a few penalties. So it would have been interesting to see that matchup, but obviously we didn't get to see it yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man.
Which is, I guess, is somewhat of a relief.
Somewhat of a relief if you're a Nigerian fan, like me.
Big up Osimhen though, because you're right, man. Obviously, he said it in the interview, but the mentality he showed, I think even after the miss, I think, and then when it went into extra time, when he was talking amongst the players and talking, he didn't shy away. He wasn't sad. He didn't have his head down. He went around. He spoke to everyone. He got involved in the team talk. So if there's anything we've got to credit him for, is that mentality, man. Because like you said, he did not shy away from kind of putting his hands up and be like, yeah, I should have scored that.
Yeah,
and even came to talk to the press to say that, which is really
100%.
impressive as well. But yeah, and then obviously he goes on to do what he does. And that second goal, by the way, plucking it out of the sky on his chest, bringing it down on his thigh. Yeah, it was crazy goal. So yeah, big him up, man.
Bro, one of the other things that I noticed during the game, and it's something that happened at the women's AFCON, the last women's AFCON, and it's something that's happened at previous games in Morocco, is the lasers coming from the crowd. Now, this is not just a Morocco issue, but I've seen it at different games across Africa. And it was very, very noticeable yesterday.
Yeah.
Set pieces, corners.
Yeah. You couldn't take your eye off it, man.
I even spotted it on the manager a few times. The lasers just gone across the Nigerian manager a few times. Now, we spoke to a few of the players about the lasers as well. And I mean, they notice it. I think Osimhen even mentioned that he saw the player. Saw the guy who was shining the laser as well. They notice it. Obviously, it didn't interrupt the game, but you've got to think why do we feel like we've got to distract these players and just interrupt the game that way? Like, fans need to stop. They need to find a way to get those lasers out of the stadium.
But yeah, man, we move on to a final with Congo now. Congo snatching it,
snatching it in the last minute,
which is massive, by the way.
I don't think Nigeria should take them lightly.
No way.
I think a lot of people on paper would have been like, we want Congo, we don't want Cameroon. But Congo showed yesterday that they're not to be played around with, bro. They held Cameroon the entire game, snatched it in the last minute, and now they're in the final. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So Nigeria need to... I don't think they can approach the game the same way they did Gabon. They've got to take their chances, man. Yeah. They've got to take their chances because I think Congo is going to be a more difficult team to break down. They're going to be harder to get through and to score goals against. So when you get an opportunity, if you're through on goal, Victor, please score.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the manager as well, I think he can learn a lot from this game against Gabon, as in the Nigerian manager. I think when we put Iwobi in that kind of 10 position, I think the connectivity was a lot better. So I don't know, maybe there's stuff to draw from this game that he can take on to the game against Congo. But either way, bro, it's going to be exciting. And we have the privilege of being there once more.
Yes, so we're going to be there and you will get your post-match reaction as well. So
yes, 100%.
Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Looking forward to it.